Excuse me there for a minute. All right. What's up, y'all? What's up? We're getting back in this with part two, as I like to call it. Part two of Back to Success. Picking up from where I left off. Because I wasn't quite done. Had a few things to finish, but I had some messages come in and some things come up. And then I had some guests stop by for a little bit, some things going on. And, you know, it is what it is. It happens. But I kind of had to charge up a little more, anyways. But like I was saying right quick though, about I mean, you could look off to the side of you, and you could look in the front of you. You always got a good view of watching out for what's going on. But then again, I thought about something that hit me right quick when I was talking about it a minute ago. Taking a look back behind you. A lot of times, instead of taking a look back behind you, if you surround yourself with good people and you surround yourself with the right people, and then, you know, you ain't always got to worry about watching your back because you got somebody that's going to watch your back for you and cover your back. But that goes along with saying what I was talking about with the snakes and stuff. You got to watch out who you have covering your back because you could have a snake covering your back, or you could have someone who's really got your back covering your back. You never know. You could have somebody back there, who you think is good people, and they planning to stick a knife in your back. It's just, how success is and how success roll and how things go. That's all about how you do, how you perceive it, and how you set yourself up. That's why you got to keep your circle real, real tight and real, real small. I know a lot of people who could probably sit down right now and say on just one hand they could count, how many close people they have in their life. Or they could sit down on maybe two hands and count it up. No, I'll tell you flat out. I know some good people out there. I really do. And I'm going to say between two hands, in between 1 to 10 people, I could count out the close people I know and have that are behind me and really have my back. And I would definitely bring up with me, behind me, and put them on my team with success and set them up the same way I'm getting set up. And like I said a little bit ago though, that part one of this video, it all takes time. Success is a process. And yeah, I know that rhymes, success, process, but that's the reason why it rhymes. Because success is a process. And people probably wonder, oh, well, what is the process? What do you got to do? How do you get in? And that's not something you can really tell or teach too much about. Because everybody does it differently. Everybody does it in their own way, And I think I brushed up on this lightly before about how you see people out there, they got this book that says, oh, you buy this book and read this and it's going to help you out, or, you pay so much and you can watch these videos online and do this or do that, and they're going to help you get set up for success. They're going to tell you about it. Or a lot of times they tell you something's free, And as I've learned a long time ago, something my dad always told me and was preaching to me ever since I was young, the thing is, nothing in this world or this lifetime is free. Nothing. Sooner or later, some way or another, you're going to pay up for it. One way or another, you're going to pay up for it. That's just all there is to it. You may be somebody, which I'm not condoning this when I say it, but I'm not hating for what somebody does. But somebody could go out and steal something and say, hey, I got it free, Yeah. I went over here, I got this, whatever. All right, albeit so good, whatever. You did your thing. But what happens when karma comes back to bite you in the end? And you get caught up, and then somebody steals from you. So how can you say you got something free? Because in the long run, karma got your butt in, and then you still pay up for it, B. Either way, you still paying up for it. So how you gonna say you got something free? You ain't. That's why I always say you gotta do you, but you gotta keep it 100 and kosher, so to speak, and just strictly be straight up. I mean, be straight up with people. There's been so many times in life I can't even count where I've been caught up in stuff, y'all, and been blamed for stuff I didn't do. Had to go see detectives and sit down and talk with them on numerous occasions. Even through school, there's been times where I got made out to be the bad guy for something even I didn't do. But they want to blame me for it, And it didn't even have to be something somebody else did. But sometimes it could be something somebody else did, and they want to blame me for it. Or, just something naturally happened for an accident for whatever reason. And they still want to try to find a way to blame me for it and be like, hey, we're going to get this guy caught up in it. Dave always into trouble. Or whatever, or Bones over here always getting into this, or Bones always getting into that, and we're gonna get his butt. And I got tired of it. I ain't gonna lie, but I dealt with it. I dealt with it, but and that's something I can brush up on right quick. Speaking of that with school and stuff like that, I plan on getting back into a little schooling to help, with furthering my success of what I want to do with my career here to help get myself set up and be a little more successful. And like I was talking about in the last video a little bit, I'm getting set up and plan on, getting a shop set up, a little store, a little business, getting a little success side of things opened up this summer. Hopefully, if all goes well, and I got one or two people, that I know, close people, family, friends, whatever, getting in with me, gonna be some partners in on the business, and get some things opened up. As long as we can get things going the right way in a smooth, positive direction. Because that's the thing, when you get on that road to success and victory, it's got to be a smooth, positive direction of where you're going with things. I mean, and you got to come at things with a clear head. You can't be one of those people that's partying all the time, always drinking 24/7. From the time you get up to the time you got to go to bed, you got to be walking around with a drink in your hand all the time. Or maybe you're somebody that likes to treat, and you're going to burn a little bit once in a while. Or somebody that be getting into drugs, whatever. And I'm not going to talk about that too much, because I don't really, party like I used to back when, as I, said a little bit before. I really don't. I've got a clear head going into all of this, and a clear head going about things the right way, because that's how I want other people to perceive things out of me. That, hey, this man Bones over here got a clear head. This man Bones know what he's talking about, and he's straight. Because if you ain't straight, and you ain't level-headed and clear, and going about things the right way, how can you expect anybody else around you to go about things the right way? And how can you expect your team you have behind you to go about things the right way if you ain't going about things the right way? Because it's going to be like a chain reaction, like dominoes falling. Everybody's just going to come up behind you like a monkey see, monkey do kind of thing, And when you got nieces and nephews, or you got kids, or you got grandkids, you don't need people coming up behind you acting like that, because then they're going to be thinking that's how success is supposed to be. That's how success is supposed to go. And I mean, I know some people that have been pretty successful, and they got some kids coming up behind them that have been successful, And I could go on and on with a list of names, I mean, you think about it. When I have went from the Chicagoland area, the real Midwest, because I'll say something about that right quick, Not really that it irritates me, but then again, it is kind of bugging how there's certain parts, where you start getting down south and people want to say, it's the Midwest. It is not the Midwest. The Midwest is up north. When you start getting down towards what people like to call the Mason-Dixon line and on past, you're not in the Midwest no more. You're not. You getting out of it, and you going down south, and you heading down south. But the thing is, like I was saying right quick though, When I can go from the Chicagoland area, the real heart of the Midwest, in my opinion, you know, Windy City, you know, and then come out to Indiana, Midwest, of course, you know, growing up, where I live, always been the Midwest, always been about the Midwest, and I'll always represent the Midwest. I'll always have love for the Midwest. I'll always show love for the Midwest. And that's the thing. That's another thing that's part of success. Is showing love to the area of where you're from. You can't never forget where you was from and who helped bring you up in the area where you was from. So many people that get successful and gain that money, they forget about where they was from. They forget about their roots. They forget about people, whatever like that. I don't forget nobody. I really don't. I don't forget nobody. But I'll tell you flat out, like I was saying right quick, when I can go from where I was at in the Midwest to being out on the West Coast. I mean, really way out on the real West Coast, being out in Cali for a bit. And I know some people out there that's cool people, that's kind of, on my team just a little bit, so to speak, but out on the West Coast, doing, they doing their thing out there, but they cool. One guy, he's like my brother. I ain't gonna lie. He is like a brother to me. I used to work with the man. I can say so much about that young man right there. He a wild dude. He kind of crazy sometimes, but it is what it is, And I mean, then I come from there back to the Midwest, been down south for a spell, quite a while, and now back in part of the Midwest area, So I mean, yeah, I've been around a bit and I've seen people, And I mean, that's the thing, When you get out and about and you get around and you explore things, that's a good way to make acquaintances. That's a good way to meet good people. And that's a good way to make some good friends and get people in different areas and different locations and make contacts, so to speak, Having them contacts. But like I said before, and I can say it again right quick, you got to watch out with these acquaintances and contacts that you make and who you know and who you don't know. Because they could wind up being a snake. For real, B. They could wind up being a snake and they could wind up being somebody that ain't got your back. But I know, because I just had my birthday and I turned 37 years old. And I don't look it, And I don't claim to be, the oldest person out there. I don't claim to be the smartest person out there. And I don't claim to be no Albert Einstein. But being around 37 years of life on this earth and seeing what I have seen and being through what I have been through, I learned quite a bit. And anybody who wants to come along and hate, anybody who wants to take a shot at me, that's cool, that's all good. You know what? I'll look somebody straight in the face and tell you to walk a mile in my shoes. I bet there ain't even a single person out there who would make it half a block in what I've been through. And there's very few who can honestly say they really, really know me 110%. Very few can say that. And I think I could actually count out of 1 to 20 people. Maybe 10, but I'll say about 15, 20 people, somewhere around there. It's about all it is, from 1 to 20 people. Less, I'd say, But anyway, it ain't many. There's really not many that can honestly say they know me from real life, have actually hung out with me in person, actually chilled with me in real person, or actually partied with me in real person, or seen how I do things, how I get down, going shopping, going out to a nice restaurant to eat or doing things, whatever, Not too many can say that. And that's a good, and in a way, that's a good thing, because you think about it, there's so many dudes out there, and so many women out there that can say, oh, I know hundreds and thousands of people, and in a way, they do, and they not BSing about it, but it's because, they hanging out with too many people, they associating with too many people, and they getting their business out there a little too much, you know what I'm saying, and it's like, They airing out the dirty laundry. I see it happen on Facebook where people got posts up there where they're talking about stuff they shouldn't even be talking about. They're ranting and raving about stuff they shouldn't be ranting and raving about. And I'm thinking, why? I see it and I'm like, why you got this post up there? Why you airing out your business? Always letting people know what you're doing. I keep my business strictly confidential. And that's one thing you got to do when it comes to success and victory and doing your own thing. I'll tell you that flat out. You not only mainly got to keep to yourself, besides the small crew that you surround yourself with and the small crew that you build yourself up with, but the thing is, you got to keep yourself confidential, like I do. But I have been that way all my life. Since 1 year old. I'll tell you that flat out. Since I was 1 year old, I've always been this way. More so to myself, I let people believe what they want to. I let people think what they want to. I let people say what they want to about me. I do not care less. I really don't. Somebody could come along and say, hey, Dave's, Bones has never done this, or Bones has never done that. Bones has never been here. Bones has never been there. Or there may be a conversation come up about something and be like, oh, Bones don't know nothing about that, And the thing is, people don't know what I know about and what I don't know about. People don't know what I have done and what I haven't done. People don't know where I've been or where I haven't been. Most people don't know nothing about me. There's people right on this channel that I can say I'm good friends with, and they can say, yeah, I know him. But the thing is, you really don't know me. I might be a cool, laid-back, chill person, I got your back, you got my back, but in all reality, I don't trust nobody. I'll tell you that flat out. I really don't. I don't trust nobody. I got people I'm bringing up behind me, that I reached back like this and grabbed, that I want to put on my team. But that doesn't mean I totally trust them 110%. You do for me, I'll do for you, but that doesn't mean I'm going to trust you just because you do for me and we got a mutual thing going on. You know what I mean? You can still be a snake you can still be a snake infiltrating or whatever, you know what I mean? But you can still be a snake in disguise. Trying to sneak in like a spy. I can't be having that with what I got going on. And I know ain't none of y'all gonna be having it with what you got going on. I know people on this channel right here that's successful with a little bit of music, and doing their job, their house, got their wife and kids, got things going on real good with success and victory, and I know they ain't gonna be having it going on when they got themselves built up, and then next thing you know, you're gonna invite somebody over because you think they're cool people, and you're gonna try to be friends with them and chill out with them, and next thing you know, you find out they was a snake, and they're gonna be talking about you, or they're gonna be hating, or they're gonna be running their mouths for whatever reason, which I recently had a situation similar to something like that was going on that I'm not going to talk about too big here on the channel because I just don't get into that kind of stuff and air out business. But it is what it is. But it's okay. And a lot of times, you got to kind of let karma deal with it and sort things out. You can't get yourself caught up in the mix of things too much and then forget about where you're at and what you're doing. Now, I will say this though. I'm not going to say that sometimes karma don't need a little push or a little help in the right direction. Sometimes she do. Sometimes she do. Now, I'm not saying or condoning, that you got to go out and you got to head over heels, be ready to go after somebody who done something to you and your team, or go after somebody who been running their mouth the wrong way, or go after somebody for whatever the case might be. No, that ain't the case. I don't condone that kind of activity, getting wild like that, getting down like that. But the thing is, I'm just saying, sometimes karma needs a little push in the right direction, a little steer in the right direction, so to speak, and you got to give it to her. That's just all there is to it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I just wanted to get in here with a part 2 of this, because like I said, that's my bad, y'all. I was about to finish that video up. in a minute or two, whatever. But I had some company stop by, and I had some messages come in, someone special, whatever, hit me up, some things going on, and it's just, it is what it is, you know. But I'm gonna get out of here. Got some things to get done, Got some things to finish up, But I just want to say that I really do appreciate y'all showing love, showing support. You know, this is video number 39. Got video number 40 coming shortly, because I got something special for number 40 that I want to talk about, something very special that I want to talk about and bring up. And, I need y'all to stick with me, and I need to continue to love and support on this channel because, I mean, we got some things coming up, and I know sometimes some of these videos might seem a little boring. Maybe they're a little too long, maybe I need to spice it up a little bit, but with the weather being chilly and different things going on, you can only do so much. But I got some little trips I plan on taking this summer coming up, get with some, good special people and stuff like that. Might get some little videos in about, what's going on, hanging out with some good people, see what's happening, get some, get a few guests in here on the channel that's been successful and things like that, and get some stuff going on, We'll see what's happening. But a lot of big things coming up in store for the channel, and I'm fixing to get a little more, music going on coming in here because I know once in a while people like the music about what I'm doing. And speaking of that real quick, I want to say right quick that I want to say right quick, y'all, that I had somebody again hit me up the other day. A random different person from other people that I've had hit me up, not just on this channel, but outside of this channel, that have asked me about, doing an EP, or just, doing a PL in general, or people asking me about, when's an album gonna drop, or when am I gonna release a hit single and put one out there, and I'll tell you flat out, y'all, I can't say for sure, because people don't realize it takes money to make money. It takes money to be successful. And I mean, sometimes it comes with a costly little price. It really do. But that's something I want to say right quick though. Anybody out there who has ever been successful, Donald Trump been successful, and Michael Jordan was successful. Bill Gates was successful. Just to name a few right there, But the thing is, anybody like that who has been successful cannot ever sit down and tell you that it did not take money to make money. And they started out with just $0 in their pocket and made money. It don't work like that. Look at how many times you hear about how somebody says they took just a single $1 bill and flipped it and made money. That's possible. If you do it the right way, that is possible. But the thing is, the more money you got to start out and work with, the better off you are. Get yourself sitting good, get yourself set up good for success, is the main thing. Get yourself set up and be ready for success. You got to be a winner. You got to be hungry. You got to come hard, and you got to want it. You got to show people, how bad do you want it? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Think to myself, if your name's Tom, you think to yourself, okay, Tom, how bad do I want it? Or like me, Bones, I'll be thinking to myself, okay, Bones, how bad do we want it? And not only how bad do you want it, you got to think about how far you are willing to go to reach that level of success. What are you willing to do to reach that level of success? Are you willing to do anything for success? Are you willing to sell your soul for success? Are you willing to die for that success? Because sometimes it happens. It gets real out here. It gets deep. People don't realize how real and deep it gets sometimes. And You know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it really does. It gets real and it gets deep with the success out here. But you just, like I said, you got to keep your circle close and tight. You got to have people watching your back while you watching their back, always watching the front view, the side view, wherever, and just always constantly paying attention to what's going on and what's happening. And, I just, I hope everybody, but really I do. I hope everybody stays positive. I hope everybody stays real motivated and you just stay on your grind and your hustle and getting things done with success. Because sometimes we all need a little push or a little motivation in the right track. And the thing is, as I seen and heard in a video one time that was floating around Facebook, it don't take nothing to salute somebody. It really don't. It don't take nothing. It don't cost you nothing to salute someone. Tap someone on the shoulder. Hey girl, you doing a good job. Hey man, you doing a good job. Be like, man girl, that's your salon over there doing your thing. Hey, I like what you're doing. I support that. So you may take your girl and turn her on to that salon and let her go there. Or it may be, hey, man, that's your barbershop. I'm about to come down and support you. I'm going to get a cut. So be it. Which I've had stuff like that happen where there be a new barbershop open up and, you get down over there and, you get a haircut done and it'd be one of the best haircuts you ever had. And it'd be a great barbershop, which I know a great barbershop like that. It's called All Stars. And I remember I was with a good special lady friend of mine and went into All Stars Barbershop one time, one afternoon, got a fresh, nice, flat, combed down, fade cut, and I mean, it just looked nice. It was one of the best haircuts I'd ever seen or had done in years, and it just suited me perfect, It really did. It just suited me and my body style and everything perfect, and I showed support and I showed love for that barbershop. And I ever get a chance to go back to that barbershop again, I would show love and I would show support for that barbershop, because of how they hooked me up. But anyway, I'm just saying you just gotta, you gotta support. That's the thing about success, Supporting others and helping others support you, is what it's all about. We're here to support one another. But like I was saying right quick though, it really don't. It don't take but a second and don't cost you nothing to tap someone on the shoulder. Shake someone's hand. Give them a hug and say, hey, you doing good, man. That's your new song. I like it. I'm going to listen to it and support you. It's cool. Or, hey, you running that club over there? I ain't know you was doing all that. Support. Because I got my boy went out by the West Coast and opened up a shop, He got a dispensary he running, and he doing good for himself out there, And I get a chance to get out that way one of these days, when I'm back out on the West Coast business and people, and I get a chance to support the man, I'm going to stop in and support, Now, I may just throw a little money his way and say, hey, what's up, homie? See you doing good out here, bro. I like it. Here's a little something your way to say, appreciate what you're doing or whatever. You know what I mean? Because then on down the road, somebody's going to support you like that, and they're going to return the favor, because they're going to know, hey, he got my back, so I'm going to have his back. And that's what it's all about, and that's how you build a decent team. That's how you build a decent family. That's how you build a decent crew, and that's how you get things going in a positive direction. And with all that being said, like I said, stay humble, stay on the grind, stay blessed, and continue to do you. And, just show love and continue to support your boy. You know what I mean? And I'm going to support y'all and everything you're doing. And we're going to come up together with success and victory. Much love to y'all. Stay blessed. I'm going to get out of here. Peace.